So I'm here doing LifeCare, and something I've been interested in taking part of when I heard about it, but it's been amazing. We're only in the second weekend now, but already there's things that I've been able to put into practice in the way I help others, and that's where my desire to attend this course came from. I want to be better equipped at knowing how to help people, and the tools and the learning that we've been given is just like gold dust. It's been fantastic because it's kind of helping you to rethink how you can best reflect God's love to people when they're going through situations, and really practical, and the tools and the evidence base for it is just fantastic. I work for a social welfare charity, and even the week that I was in last week, I was able to apply some of the learning from the first weekend in some advice I was giving to colleagues about a difficult situation. And I'm really looking forward to, in a church context as well, in the way that I serve and the way that I help others, being able to put some of these things into practice.
The best thing about it that I found is having time to just talk while somebody else listens, and learning how to listen and not just jump in and I feel like I had to have something to say or a question to ask, but learning to give space to people and learning the right way to ask those questions, not for information, but to help that person to move on in the way that they're thinking, and to help them focus on whatever the issue is that we've been talking about. But personally, I found it great to have that time. Often we get half an hour, so half an hour of just talking about a subject with some people who you can trust is really great.
The LifeCare group facilitation has been really wonderful in that it's enabled new thought to occur, consolidate some other learning that we've had, and just to create a larger perspective of assisting not just ourselves but also the greater community, and that just having the skill base to formulate a loving environment that can enable people to grow and be heard is really encouraging, because that's what church is all about. And I'm discovering a little bit more about myself, which is lovely. What I've really loved is having a small group that's enabled us to learn the skills that will enable us now to go out and assist those within the community. What will I take from this? A greater compassion for myself, for those that I've been able to share with, but also the greater community, and ultimately understand God's love for myself and everyone else.
So it's been very great. I always thought I knew more about how to care for people, but I've learned a lot about how to really go deep and think about others before yourself, and try to make others feel relaxed emotionally, empathize with people, and make them feel more at rest. And that way you can help them to solve other issues. So that's what I've learned.
Okay, so this LifeCare course has been fascinating because I think, in truth, your man who's leading is just so knowledgeable and so rich in his explanations. So it's been good, and I've learned a lot, despite the fact that I've been trained in lots of these things over the years. I think it'll be very valuable for church, because we'll be able to negotiate, so to speak, or get to the bottom of big issues which perhaps in the past we've told far too much, we've fixed, we've given our own opinions on things. So yeah, that's been a strength of the course, I think, for sure.
The course has been brilliant. What I've really loved about it is how we work in a group of 3, and it's been fantastic and a real privilege to hear other people's story, and to also be listened to myself, and have the time to look at situations and learn things about myself, and be involved in other people's story as well, and their life, and listen to that. It's been such a privilege.
My experience with this session today, I've learned a lot about relationships, and I've learned a lot that relationships are a very, very important part of our lives. Working through relationships, forgiveness as a part of reconciliation in a relationship, and just really understanding how to be a better person and relating with people in a better way.
I think what I found the most amazing thing about this course is how many tools we're getting to be able to help people and really help them, rather than just hand them a tissue and say, there, I hear your pain, but to take them further and into a place where they might find a bit of freedom, find some change that's good for them. And I never thought I'd be able to do that, but it's just really exciting to see and to hear, to be told that yes, you can do this, and here are the tools to do it. So that's what I'm really enjoying about this course.
I think when we started off on the course, I wasn't really sure how much more, what I'd be learning, and almost why I'd be needing some of the skills and some of the tools that we had. And then Sol mentioned something which really stood out to me, and he said that Jesus didn't have to go through Samaria, and lots of people didn't go through Samaria because it was a bit messy and not really clean, and it's kind of, you kind of felt more holy if you didn't go there, but that really what counselling's about, and what about listening to people in some of these moments is about walking through Samaria, and daring to do that, and so it changed my whole idea about emotion and how people might be in need to talk about these things, and so I started to view it a different way, and then the tools that we've been given have been really great. So yeah, I'm more willing now to walk through Samaria than I was in the beginning.
I've just enjoyed the whole experience, really, just having the time to fellowship with other women from the church. I've loved the way that all the material is really underpinned with scripture, but also research. I'm just really looking forward to using the tools and things, both at work, in my Grow group and things like that. So it's just been a real blessing. Just really grateful for it. Thank you.